to Launch Fitness. It's your trainer Kate here with some great pliability moves for today, a little bit of a yoga flow. With that said, I have my Pilates ring off to the side, a couple yoga blocks, my water, and my mats, as well as my foam roller. So we're going to start just on all fours, not using any of that equipment that I just stated, just body weight here, so hands and knees shoulder width apart. Fingertips nice and wide on your mat so you have a nice grip here. Inhale, drop your shoulder blades down your back as you arch. And then exhale, hollow, look towards your belly button. Again, our fundamental functional training exercises here. Inhale. And exhale, look towards that belly button. 2 more times, so we drop our shoulder blades down our back as we inhale. Exhale, gaze towards that belly button. Nice and wide grip with the mat here. Good, we'll come to a neutral spine. I want you to tuck your toes under. Think of spinning your biceps towards your ears as you press your chest down towards the mat. We're going to take a nice downward dog here, maybe a nice little stroll, alternating, pedaling it out 1 foot at a time here. And on the next inhale, let's take tippy toes, exhale, heels. Inhale, tippy toes, exhale, heels. We're going to take a nice stroll up to the top of the mat. So just 1 step at a time, nice and easy here. No need to rush anything. And once you reach the top, just folding inward, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, come to a flat back. So your core is engaged, you're relaxed through your shoulders. Exhale, again, relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Bend your knees, we're gonna roll it up, 1 vertebra at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders come up last. Big inhale, take up all that space. Exhale, lead with your chest, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, roll it up. Once again, 1 vertebra at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders come up last. Big inhale, take up all that space. And exhale, just fold you in a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. We're going to make sure our grip's nice and wide here. And we're going to hang out here for a few breaths in a nice push-up plank position. Extending back through your heels. Maybe rocking a little bit forward and back, a little side to side. Eventually, we'll take a side plank on the left. So lift through that side body. Open everything up. Maybe you're down to your knee to modify. Maybe you're stacking your feet one on top of the other for more of a challenge. If you would like to bring your hand over your head, get that nice side body stretch. For 2 and for 1. Over to the other side. So lifting through that right side body. Again, drop to the knee to modify. Maybe you stack your stance or stagger your stance. Whatever feels best for today for 3, 2, and 1. Meeting back in the middle, drop the knees down nice and gently. And you're going to come through an upward dog here. So drop your hips, maybe pinball. We call this pinballing your belly button. So looking over one shoulder and looking over the other. Making sure your shoulders don't raise up by your ears, but you're really pushing down through the mat. On the next exhale, knees wide, feet together. Take a nice child's pose. Take a breath or 2 here. Coming through to all fours. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward dog. Good job. Sway a little side to side. Maybe you find an area that needs an extra breath or 2. And on the next inhale, we're going to raise our left leg high to the sky. Option to bend at the knee to open up at the hip a little bit here. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it across your body to that other elbow if possible, or wrist, preferably elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. On the next exhale, drive your knee all the way in and step it through. Inhale, left arm goes up for a twist. Exhale, drop that bottom knee. Come on through to a nice low lunge here. Now, if you want to use your yoga blocks to help peel you open, that's certainly fine. I have two right here. If that helps, great. If you'd like to just bring your arms maybe overhead, go for that. On the next exhale, I want you to think about pulling your left hip back and down. Bringing your tootsies towards your nose. And then rocking onto the outside of that left foot. We're going to try to practice grasping our right tootsies and pulling our heel in towards our bum. Breathing deep. Feeling that nice opening through the quadricep on the right side. Maybe you drop to a forearm, spinning your chest open towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Maybe you need a belt or a band to help pull your heel in towards your bum. That's perfectly fine. A few more breaths here, making sure you're spinning that heart open towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And we'll come on out of this one. We're going to frame our front leg. Come on through to a nice crescent lunge here. So everything's facing forward, hips are square. On the inhale, we lift. Exhale, we're going to twist open towards that left side. Use your left arm to carry you up and through. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. We're going to open up to a nice warrior two on the left side. Gazing over your left fingertips here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, maybe plug into heart center here. One more time. Inhale as we lift. Positive energy in. Exhale, negative energy. Shake it on out. Front palm flips. Reach it. Reverse warrior here. Maybe straighten out that front leg. Exhale, elbow comes to knee, extended side angle. Spin your heart open towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Use your right arm to carry you up and through. And windmill your front tootsies forward. So both toes are facing forward. Interlace your hands behind your back as you lead with your chest to a nice forward fold. Maybe sway a little bit side to side here. Getting things open, switching up that grip. Eventually both hands find the floor. Inhale, right arm goes up. Looking up towards those right fingertips. Exhale, down. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, down. Climbing on over towards that left foot once again. We're going to launch into a peaceful warrior three here. Try to balance as best as you can. Your hands can be by your side, out in front of you, maybe at prayer center. Whatever feels best and what could balance you best. We'll come up nice and easy for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let's hug in that right shin. Give it a little bit of love. Open it up. And then we're going to catch that back foot and go for a dancer pose. So really kick into that back leg as you come forward with your hands. So stay kicking into that back foot for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Now we're going to cross that right leg over the left. Your left arm comes underneath your right. Trying to sit into a nice chair pose here. Try to get those palms as close together as you can. And eventually we'll unravel out of that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heels together, knees together. Pulse here for 3, 2, and 1. Holding it here. Can you sink a little bit lower? Weight is in the heels. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, left elbow goes to the outside of the right knee. Option to open up here. And then staying here, looking forward and out and down. Step that right foot back. So nice spinal twist here. Press into those palms. Come on through to that high lunge. And then exhale, step it on back to that push-up plank position. Again, we're gonna hold it for a few breaths here. Soaking up what we just did. And we'll take a few side planks. So first, starting on the right, lift through your side body, stagger your stance, maybe stack your stance. Maybe you open things all the way up for a wild thing. Back to the middle. Same thing on that opposing side. Lift through your side body here. Opening things up and meeting back in the middle. Let's do a couple chaturangas here. So exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, on the next exhale, ripple your spine. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Great. From here, inhale, raise your right leg. Option to bend at the knee to open up at the hip here. Inhale, lift that right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Drive it all the way through this time. Inhale, right arm goes up, little twist. Exhale, drop that bottom knee. We'll come through a nice low lunge here. Really opening up through the front of that left hip. Use your blocks as you need. Peeling yourself open here. Sending everything down and forward. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you twist over towards that right side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we'll take a nice runner's lunge here. Sitting back on your left heel. Flexing your right tootsies, pulling your toes towards your nose. And when you're ready, we'll rock to the outside of that right foot, grasping for those left tootsies, pulling your heel in towards your bum here. Nice spinal twist. Maybe bring it down to the forearm. Couple more breaths here. When you're ready, we're gonna frame that front leg. Keep it in a nice crescent lunge, hips squared off, facing forward. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you twist open towards that right side. Right arm carries you as you lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale. This time, exhale, we'll open up to a warrior two on the right side. So back tootsie's about 45 degrees. Gaze is over your right fingertips. I'm going to just switch my positioning so you guys can see me and my back is not to you. And on the next inhale, arms come up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, maybe plug into heart center. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale. Your front palm flips, reach it forward. Take a nice reverse warrior here. Exhale, elbow comes to knee, extended side angle. So spin your heart open towards your ceiling, towards the sky. Beautifully done. Take your left arm, let it carry you up and through. Windmill both feet forward. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lead with your chest for a nice forward fold. Maybe again you switch up that grip. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders here. Great job. On the next inhale, we're going to take our left hand up towards the sky, looking towards those left fingertips. Exhale down. Inhale, right fingertips. Exhale down. Walking your feet over, or your hands over, I should say, to the right side. We're getting ready to launch into a peaceful warrior three here. So if you need your blocks to balance you, that's perfectly fine. However, if you'd like to play around bringing your hands beside you, maybe out in front of you or in prayer center, go for that. Coming up slowly for three, for two, and for one, we'll hug in that right shin. Attempt to. And when you're ready, we're going to kick into that back foot once again. For three, for two, and one. We're going to take our right leg again, cross it over our left arm underneath. Try to bring your palms together as you sit through a nice chair pose here. Bringing it on back. Inhale, arms up, knees together, feet together. Pulse here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Option to fully open here. Bring your hands back together. Look down and out. Step that right foot back for a nice spinal twist. Push into those palms here. And eventually coming up through that nice crescent high lunge. Plant your fingertips. Step it on back to your push-up position. From here, we're going to take some down dog plunges. So what we're going to do is lift our hips to down dog. Exhale, ripple our spine to a plank. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, ripple. Inhale here, exhale. Twice more like that. Ripple that spine. Send your hips back. Good. Rippling the spine once again. And back. Great job. Take that left foot, reach it high to the sky. Option to bend at the knee here to open up the hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. And exhale, just place that foot back down. Inhale, right leg lift. So option to bend at the knee here. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant it here, left fingertips up, nice twist. Coming through that low lunge again. Peeling yourself open. Exhale, runner's lunge. And then rocking to the outside of that right foot, grasping your left tootsies, pulling your heel in towards your bum. Just a couple breaths, each move this time. Kind of move things along here. Aligning that front leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist open towards that right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And then opening all the way up to a warrior on the right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Flip your front palm, reach it. Reverse warrior here. Exhale, elbow comes to knee, extended side angle. Again, your heart spinning open towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Use your right arm to carry you up and through, windmill both hands down. Step your back foot in generously as you fold over that front leg. We'll go for a twisted triangle here. Plant your left palm on the inside of your right foot. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Good. Spinning that back foot, right palm comes to the inside of that right leg. Triangle here. Bend into that right leg generously as you come back through warrior. Windmill your hands back down. And this time, getting ready to launch onto that right leg for a peaceful warrior 3 here. Staying balanced, coming up nice and easy. Hands can be out in front of you at per center. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Hugging in that left shin, maybe opening it up a little bit. Eventually kicking that left top of the foot into your left palm. We're going for dancer pose here. So you're going to try to balance and extend. Really kicking into that back foot for 3, for 2, and for 1. Woo. Take your left leg, cross it over your right, and your right arm underneath your left as you come to a nice chair pose here. Eventually we come out of that, knees together, feet together, heels together, pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it nicely here. Inhale as we lift. exhale as we twist left arm to the opposite knee or to the right knee. Option to fully open here. Looking down and out, we're going to step that left leg back, taking a nice spinal twist here, really pushing those palms together. We'll come through that nice high right-sided lunge, plant your hands, step it back to a push-up position. From here, holding it for a few breaths, getting ready for some chaturangas. So we're going to be exhale, elbows by your side, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Rippling your spine. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Couple more breaths. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels. Inhale, raise that right leg high to the sky. Option to bend at the knee to open up at the hip a little bit. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it all the way through. Inhale, right arm up, little twist. Exhale, getting ready to launch onto that right leg for another peaceful warrior. Balancing here. Remember, hands can go out in front, prayer center, or by your side. Coming up slow for 3, for 2, and for 1. Grasping your left shin, pulling it in. Option to open here. Catching that back foot, getting ready for dancer pose. So really kick strongly into that back foot. Kick, kick, kick. Bring your hand out for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice job. We'll cross our left leg over and bring your left arm on top of your right. Palms together. Holding it here. Try to pull your elbows out to get a nice shoulder stretch. 2 and 1. Heels together, knees together. Inhale. Pulse 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it here. Good. Weight is in the heels. On the next inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Option to fully open here. Looking down and out. Pressing our palms together, stepping our right foot back, getting that nice twist, spinal twist. Pushing our palms together. And looking down and back out. Inhale as you come through a nice high left lunge. And then stepping it back into your push-up plank position. Exhale, take a nice down dog from here. Pedaling it out, pushing an opposite palm, opposite heel. Eventually taking your knees to the mat, nice and wide, feet together. Seat your hips all the way back for a nice child's pose. Breath or 2. Now grab your foam roller. Pliability day. So I'm going to start with the front of that right leg. I have my left leg out in a froggy position. And I'm going to just kind of rock forward and back. Maybe a little side to side. And find any areas that may need an extra breath or 2. Now, if you find that area that needs the extra breath, really breathe into it. Rock it a little forward and back, side to side. It's usually a trigger point, and it will feel great once you get it released. And eventually we shall switch sides. So going to the front of that left leg, we're going to bring our right leg out like a froggy. And simply switch sides. So again, rocking it forward and back with the foam roller. Finding any areas that may need some extra love and attention. And just breathing deeply as we roll out. It reminds me of that song. Sorry. Okay, guys. Once you've had enough, we're going to switch things over. So we're going to turn on over to our booties. Sitting on up. Making our way over, placing the foam roller underneath our bum, prompting yourself up with your hands. I'm going to cross my right leg over my left. This allows me to get a little bit deeper into that left glute. So in your glute muscles, you have your glute minimus, medius, maximus, and you have a little tiny muscle in there called your piriformis, and your sciatic nerve runs right through your piriformis. So anyone with piriformis syndrome or sciatica, this would benefit because it tends to break up all that lactic acid that accumulates within the muscles. Say when you do leg day like yesterday and booty day, should feel really, really good. Nice releasing. So we want to maintain our foam rolling as part of our exercise programming at least once a week. If not, daily or every other day. It just keeps our blood flowing. It's great for our joints and for our muscles. So my other foot is going to go on top. Now I'm kind of getting into the right gluteus minimus, medius, and maximus, as well as that piriformis, that deep gluteal muscle. And when you're ready, taking your foam roller, we're going to go to the back of the right leg now. So I'm doing my hamstring here, lifting myself up with my hands, rocking a little bit forward and back. Let's go for our adductors here. So the inside of our right leg. And now going for the outside of our right leg, bringing my foam roller kind of to the outside of that right hip and crossing my left leg over. I'm just going to roll it out here because we have those tiny little hip musculature muscles that tend to tense up, especially if you have a job where you're sitting a lot or if you're at home a lot, watching TV, just breaking all that lactic acid up. That's in those hip muscles. And then we get to the outside of that leg or that IT band on the outside and roll it on out for 2 and for 1. Nice job. Okay, Now we're simply taking the foam roller and we're going to do the back of our calves to the back of our knee. So getting ready to just have the back of your right knee on top and getting the back, rolling things out here into the gastrocnemius or the calf muscle. Roll it to the right, roll it to the left, breaking up all that lactic acid, giving us more range of motion, essentially more mobility. Awesome. So, other side, we get the back of our hamstrings here. Getting our hamstring muscles just rolling a little bit forward and back. I'm going to get my hip adductors, just turning things a little bit inward, more towards that groin area. Nice job. Oh, breathe into it. If you find a juicy spot, breathe into it. And to get the outside of that left hip, I'm going to turn myself around, prop myself up, take my right leg, cross it over my left, and just rock into the little hip musculature here on the left side. And then we'll get into the IT band, the outside of that left leg. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice job. Okay, grasping our foam roller, finishing strong here. The back of our left knee and into our calf muscles here. Again, great for mobility. And we want to make sure we're including this in our exercise program at least once a week, if not every other day, to keep our range of motion and our muscles nice and pliable. Just doing the back of both knees here. Anything you want to focus in on for the last 30 seconds, half a minute. Good job. Couple more big deep breaths. And awesome job. Well, there you guys have it. A nice functional training little routine that you can do once a week to make sure your muscles stay nice and pliable, keeping your range of motion open. If you want to get more into the upper body, that gets a little more dynamic just because we have our lumbar spine, which is supposed to be stable. And I don't believe in any like cracking of the spine, really. I'm a huge fan of exercises to prevent any type of injuries like that. So make sure you get your glute bridges in, your bird dogs. I'll show you one set of bird dogs here just so you guys know, but there is a complete separate video for functional training exercises. So your opposite leg and opposite arm extends as you reach. And then lower, same thing, extend opposite arm, opposite leg. And lower. Using that core to suck up through that midsection. And lower down. So there you guys have it. Very comprehensive functional training workout for y'all to do. Thank you so much for visiting Launch Fitness. Again, I'm Kate, your trainer, and super excited to hear what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, peace out. Thanks for visiting Launch Fitness.